Welcome, guys, to episode 3 of the B3Students podcast. We are back, and we're going to talk about something a little bit different today. We're going to talk about happiness versus joy, and what is it? So, Hunter, what is happiness and what is joy?
I think happiness is one of those things where it's a feeling that we have. You know, it's a feeling that we get whenever we do something. You know, it's a feeling of whenever I get an ice cream and eat that ice cream, I get happy, you know, that I have an ice cream. And then there's joy, which I think is more of an everlasting feeling, an everlasting thing that we have in us that allows us to always have that joyfulness, to always have that sense of joy and sense of happiness. And I think it's something that we really look at, and we wonder, you know, what's the difference between happiness and joy? You know, like whenever we read it, why is it even different? You know, it's something that we have that we can interchange so much and just say, oh, I'm happy today, or oh, I'm joyful. We don't really say, oh, I'm joyful today. You know, we say, I'm happy today. Having a great day. I'm happy.
It almost sounds weird when you say, I've had a joyful day.
Right. I mean, we don't hear that. And I mean, even whenever we write something on, let's say we see something on social media about somebody, you know, it's graduation time. So let's say we see somebody graduating. We comment under it, we say, I'm so happy for you, congratulations, right? We don't really say, I'm so joyful for you. You know, it's one of those things that it's just, that's what we do. I mean, but I think the thing about joy is that it is everlasting. It's eternal. You know, we have eternal joy with God. You know, we're filled with joy. Yeah,
happiness, like, it comes and goes, but joy sticks around. You know, it lasts forever, and it's those moments and it's those experiences. And I mean, me and Hunter could be here all day listing those moments in our lives. And most of that will probably come with our relationship with God. You know, whether it's like on a mission trip, whether it's a church service where the sermon just hits so good, or whether it's just talking with some believers, or whether it's just in your room, you know, praying and reading the Word, and when the Word just hits you so good. So it's really just those moments that you experience. And so really just like, it's like, should we chase joy or should we chase happiness? Or really, should we chase experiences and moments, you know, because that's where joy comes from. Because it's kind of like a big debate, and I feel like in our culture, like, should we chase happiness? Should we chase joy? You know, which one? But I think in the middle, it's like, maybe we should chase moments. Maybe we should chase experiences, because joy comes from that, you know? But I think you should chase joy more than you chase happiness, though. You know?
Yeah, I think absolutely, because like I said, happiness is one of those things where, you know, we feel it for 5 minutes, then we could be sad the next 5 minutes after, you know? So it's one of those things where we feel it for that momentary sense of relief, that momentary sense of happiness. But like I said, joy is eternal, it's forever, it's everlasting. And so I think that kind of answers our question, you know, why wouldn't we chase the thing that's there for forever, you know? So why wouldn't we? And I think that what you're trying to get at with the experiences is that, you know, joyfulness is something that we constantly experience.
Yeah.
You know, we don't really have to strive so much for it, because it's already there. We always have that sense of joyfulness, because, you know, God is loving, and he shows his love to us that just fulfills us with the joyfulness, and that's where our joy comes from. And so whenever we look at our joy, why, you know, like I said, why wouldn't we chase the everlasting thing? I mean, and so like, I think that really answers the questions. Why wouldn't we chase that? And so.
And it doesn't always come from the big moments. Sometimes it comes from the little moments.
Right.
You know, like sometimes it just comes in your daily life, your daily routine. Because if you always just chase the high moments, but you don't fall in love with and find joy in the low ones and in the daily moments, then odds are maybe you won't feel too good sometimes. You know, so you have to chase it in those low moments too. because it's something that you experience, and it's really also like it's a mindset. You know, it's a mindset, it's a perspective that you can have. You know, so like James chapter 1 verse 2 tells us, James 1 verse 2 says, "Consider it a great joy, my brothers and sisters, whenever you experience various trials." It's like even when you're experiencing a trial or even a good time, you can have joy in it, because when it's a mindset, it's a perspective that you put on, and no matter what you experience, you know, and it's really just, if you put that on, it can really change your day. Even if it doesn't necessarily change your situation, change your whole day, it can change how you look at it. It can change your perspective of it, you know.
Yeah. Dylan, did you know that joy is mentioned over 300 times in the Bible, and happiness is only mentioned 30?
It's a big difference.
Like, yeah, it's a big difference. I mean, so it's like, you know, and often we question, you know, okay, so why would joy be mentioned so much rather than happiness? Because like we said, you know, happiness is something that we tend to say more in society today. We tend to just kind of throw joyfulness under the rug and kind of forget about it. So why you know, that's always an interesting thing whenever we look at, you know, what words are mentioned more in the Bible than others, and whenever we get something such as interchangeable that we use, interchangeable such as happiness and joy, yet we see joy used over 300 times. You know, it's like, wow. I mean, why don't we use these words? I'm so joyful for this, or I'm so filled with joy about this, you know?
And even in the book of Psalms, which is just a bunch of praises and prayers, you see the word joy all over. You know, so joy is even like a word of praise. You know, it's something that we give to God. You know, it's like how the famous saying is, you know, joy of the Lord. You know, and when you put on the joy of the Lord, it changes things. You know, it's even one of the fruits of the Spirit in Galatians chapter 5 verse 22. And it's just, it's a mindset you have, and it changes things. It changes who you are when you put it on, and it's part of our nature as believers. You know, it's the source of who we are and what we do as believers. And I think we can see a lot of change in the world today if more people put on joy.
Absolutely,
you know?
Absolutely.
It's almost, if I had to give like an example, it's like putting on a shirt. It's like putting on a piece of clothes. You put it on and you wear it throughout the day. And when you put on joy and you wear it, you know, it's something you're covered with, and it's something that can change.
Yeah, Proverbs 17, 22 says, "A joyful heart is good medicine." It says, but a broken spirit drives up the bones. And I really like that part of a joyful heart is good medicine, because it helps to fulfill us, but not only it helps to heal us. And whenever we talk about things that like of, you know, struggles or anything that's going on in our life, whether that be, you know, failing a test, or whether it be dropping my ice cream on the ground, it doesn't really, you know, matter, because the joyful heart, you know, fulfills that emptiness. You know, we may drop our ice cream on the ground and no longer be happy that we have the ice cream, but we're still filled with joy over the fact that you know, we were able to get the ice cream, or we were able to do this, or we were able to do that. We still have that bit of joy that still fulfills us.
And I feel like sometimes joy can spread. You know, it's like if you walk in a room full of 50 people, you know, and it's not the greatest room, and it's not the greatest feeling in the room, but when you walk in it and you share the joy that you have, then it like spreads around the room. You know, like my joy, and then you can receive the joy. It spreads when you live with it and when you walk with it out. You know. Yeah,
I remember like whenever somebody would walk in a room, you hear somebody saying, "Oh," or you hear somebody say, "Wow, they light up the room," or "Wow, their smile just lights up the room and lights up everybody around them." You know, they tend to bring out the good in people, and that's the joy that somebody has in them. That's being able to shine out to people. You know, it's easier sometimes to see the joy in somebody else than what it is in ourselves, but I think that's what we need to strive for. You know, not necessarily just striving for the sense of joy, but striving for being able to find our joy and being able to find that and show it to somebody else, because like we said, that heals. You know, the joyfulness heals things, and so that's really what I think we really need to strive for.
So joy versus happiness. It's almost like a game, you know, joy versus happiness. What do y'all think? What do y'all think joy is, and what do y'all think happiness is? Are Are there similarities? Are there differences? Let us know what y'all think. This is episode 3. We don't know what we're gonna talk about next. So what should we talk about?
Yeah, I mean, let us know down in the comments. DM us on Instagram, Facebook, whatever y'all want to do. Let us know on a Sunday morning or whenever you see us. But yeah, we want to talk about things that y'all want to hear us talk about. I mean, we don't want to talk about just something that off the wall. But I mean, we're gonna sit up here and we'll be here every week to try to get something out to y'all and be able to hopefully help y'all be able to find that sense of joyfulness, or at least see some of the joy that we have doing this for you guys. And so, let us know, comment down below, and let us know what we can do for y'all. So we'll see you guys later.